Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So, new optimized patch out today, which supposedly fixes the problems with super high resistance on some hulls. I already did some testing in a custom battle and found that no, you can no longer make totally invulnerable ships. You may or may not have seen the videos I've already made on that topic a while back when the issue first appeared a couple of patches ago. So that's good. Oh wow, look here. Where are these guys headed? That's a pretty big force. Almost surprised they still have that many ships left. Let's see, let's send this light cruiser out to deal with this light cruiser, I guess. If I'm gonna have light cruisers hanging around, they might as well make themselves useful. What do I have that can deal with this? Probably the Sheens. Where are they headed now? Sent them here to India. Well, they can take a detour. They can go here, I think. They should be able to intercept that force. And then they can go to India. Right? Right. Yeah. I think we're onto something here. Let's see. Also, yeah, Britain has taken back all of Britain. Eastern England no longer in German hands. So, also seems like Belgium is trying to attack German-held Netherlands. Germany is attacking France. We'll see. Maybe France is gonna end soon, because Britain is attacking them here. I've taken all of their Southeast Asia stuff, and then they will only have Western France and some stuff in Africa left. So, yeah, we might be looking at a French collapse in the not too distant future. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the US still has a pretty big navy left. Even after all I've sunk, I have a lot of stuff. So let's head on to October 1960. Alright, let's see what we have. -5 with Germany. Or I could take plus 1.5% GDP. I think I'm just going to take the -5 with Germany, not touch my GDP or naval budget. Yeah. I think that's the plan. 3 of my DDs attacking a Spanish light cruiser. Let's see what this is all about. Not sure if I've encountered one of these before. I might have. I think I have, yes. Depending on the armor on that light cruiser, we might just be able to gun it down using the 5-inch guns. Might not need to land any torpedo hits at all. There it is. Let's take a look and find out what the best approach will be. 1.3 inches of armor, 1.2 on the main belt. Those are some pretty scary guns. 4-second reload time. So it fires twice as fast as my my 5-inch guns, but it only has 4 of them. Those are some very fast firing 2.6 inch guns too. Okay. We got pretty much the same range, so outranging it will not be the play. Also some changes to how fires work, but I'm not sure exactly how they work yet, so I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, let's try with the torpedoes. Might get lucky if we just keep it at the same course and speed. It's running out of HE at least. And the pen at this range, not really that great, so my 1 inch of armor might actually protect me. It's hiding in smoke now, though. Yeah, we did get a torpedo hit. Amazing. But I've also run out of HE, so there's no nothing else I can do but to close in and hope I can get some penetrations. Sure. That might work. How close do I have to be to pen? It's been like 2,000 meters. Something thereabouts. One more launch. Good measure. It has a huge swarm of torpedoes, and it's got 2 engines and rudder out, so avoiding them will not be easy, even for the AI. But so far it's doing a pretty good job of it. Yeah, it did avoid all of them. Could probably have gotten closer before launching, though. I probably should have, because now I'm actually running out of ammunition. Those torpedoes were my my last bet. Yeah, I think we're not gonna sink this guy, because I've got nothing left to sink it with. Unless I start ramming it. But that probably won't be a good idea. So this light cruiser will live. Although with this amount of damage, it will probably get teleported back to port somewhere, and the nearest Spanish port is, I think, very far away. So with that, I think the DDs kind of did their job then. Too bad we couldn't sink it. Well, we're just gonna wait for the end battle button to appear. There we go. That is a victory. because, and it should be, because this light cruiser is pretty much incapacitated. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I got the battles I was really after. Economy class light cruiser, one of the new cheap ones. Definitely not equipped to take on a Massachusetts class battleship. Or even a Tacoma class light cruiser. But it's what I have, protecting the port. Well, one budget light cruiser desperately trying to protect a convoy. I think if I can get lucky and sink some sink the DD, maybe the light cruiser. No, that battleship is already firing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that poor convoy to its fate. There's just not that much I can do to protect it. But this is well, first battle of the Karame class light cruiser. Not exactly what I hoped for it to do. I would have liked to see it maybe attack some submarines, or well, not that there aren't any submarines left in my waters, but either that or trying to attack some convoys. It could do that, but defending against a battleship? No. No way. So this is this will be the loss of how many? 8 transports? Yeah, 8. Salt Lake City has the same top speed as Anqing, so she should not be able to catch up, and I can actually outrange it by not much, but a little bit. See if we can get close enough to fire without getting completely obliterated by the big battleship, the New Mexico. Sorry about that, just getting some firewood delivered. Salt Lake City has actually taken some damage from the transports. Maybe they were in fact the ones protecting the light cruiser, not the other way around. 51 kilometer range on those 15.7 inch guns. Let's actually fire at the DD. I think I got a better chance of sinking it. 1 inch of armor. No. Belay that. We're firing at the light cruiser. And just hoping we can dodge those big 15.7 inch shells. There's a couple of hits of those and it's game over. Let's load AP. See if we can cause some flooding. If I can sink one of these ships, and then disengage, the game will probably consider that a victory even if the transports got lost. And that might prevent my port from taking damage. So far no hits from the battleship. Luckily it's super slow, so there's just no chance of it catching up to me. I can't see it anymore, but it is back there somewhere. Yeah, we're almost out of range. It had a 51-kilometer range on the main guns. There we go. And just before we disengage from it, it does actually land a hit on Quing. So let's just smoke up, get some more distance between us and the battleship. And yeah, no, I think we're just gonna call it here. So that did count as a defeat, but at least my cruiser survived. My my cheap expendable cruiser left the transports to die, but okay. So that did lead to some port damage to Colombo. There we go. Way high versus Tacoma. That's something at least. We should be able to take this on now. Slightly damaged, but not too bad. Fairly confident I can outshoot a Tacoma class. Light cruiser Miami. Was that the same as... It's got even less armor. But it's also faster. Is this a refit? Or was the other one a refit? Or just a different class? Yeah, 0.6 and 0.7. Meaning 15,000 meters is a range at which I can penetrate it. With my semi-AP. So far, not the most epic results in this video, but hopefully we're gonna make it up once the battleships finally engage. Partial pens. Come on, give me some full penetrations. It is not penning me either. It has no HE for those 5-inch guns. I do have more armor than it. We have to close in even more. It's not that much slower than mine. More partial pens. Come on, give me Give me some of that sweet flooding stuff. Okay, we're just gonna go with HE until we can close in a little bit more. There we go, that was a full pen with HE on a torpedo launcher. Because the torpedoes are unprotected. That's the downside of deck launchers. Then you get hit and you take a lot of damage and you lose a lot of crew. Now, AP. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Here we go. Sheen and well, Sheen 2 and Jingchong against USS Washington with 3 DDs. That's the one that's trying to take my ally. Or is it here? One of these two. I guess we're gonna find out. Two beautiful Sheen class battleships. I'm gonna send the cruisers home. And in fact the DDs too, because they don't need to be taking any hits from that battleship. And while this new generation of US Navy destroyers do actually have some pretty potent torpedo armament, the range is not that great, so it's not as if I really need the screening. My secondaries can take care of the business. We're gonna need to close in because that American battleship outranges us by 10 kilometers. Luckily, it's not fast enough to keep the distance. It had a top speed of a pitiful 18.3 knots. Yeah, good luck with that, Washington. Did anyone tell you it's not the 1890s anymore? It's hiding in the DD smoke. That's very annoying, but something just took a pretty big hit. Not sure if it was the battleship or... no, it was one of the escorting DDs. Just accidentally being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this guy had, yeah, 11.5 on the main belt and 1 inch everywhere else. So the HE is gonna do some pretty nasty stuff to that ship, in particular the main belt, the main deck, I mean. Should it manage to, well, that's my armor, god darn it, here we are. Should it manage to hit. There we go. Aft boat penetration. What kind of turret armor did you have? Not great. Are we still targeting the battleship, right? I think we just switched targets. Yes. No, no, no. Main guns on the battleship. Secondaries on the DD. That's how it works. But if the main gun shells want to accidentally hit a DD, then I'm not gonna object. Aft belt overpen with HE. Still looking for those main deck penetrations. Even at 25 kilometers, we definitely have enough penetration to go through the main belt, main deck. Excuse me again with the with HE. There we go. Main tower is knocked out. 7-inch guns now engaging the DD. What kind of torpedo range did you have? 15.1. Yeah, the 7-inch guns are taking care of business. Did indeed not need any screening for these two battleships. Yeah, Washington is basically done. Washington is done. Fired off a couple of rounds just before going down. Now main guns are free to engage the DDs. One each now. And the big 16-inch shells are doing pretty nasty stuff. Tiny DDs. Like just making half the ships disappear. Yeah, you're gonna need to go a little bit faster than 29 knots if you want to close in to a battleship with your slow electric torpedoes. And there we go. That is one American task force taken care of, but they had a big one somewhere. Here's one. Okay, that's gotta be the big one. It did get past my Sheen class battleships, the 4 I parked here. But Hifa and Mudeng are about to engage 3 Massachusetts class battleships, and a Seattle class heavy cruiser, and a Vicksburg class light cruiser. Alright. And let's see. Mudeng has ammo. Hefei has ammo. Nanning and Wuxing both have ammo. Actually, just join in with the battleships. I consider you promoted to battleship. DDs. There are just not enough enemies for the massive torpedo volley to be any useful. How about the heavy cruisers? Do I need you here? No, I think it's another battleship fight. We can consider the escorting ships already having been successful in protecting my battleships from submarines. So they can just go somewhere they're not going to be obliterated by 15.7-inch shells. I'm confident in Mudang and Hefei and Notting and Wuxi. The enemy light cruiser is spotting me. We spot the light cruiser first. And Mudang ends its entire existence with one hit. Good job, Mudang. Never doubt Mudang. She's the only one firing at the moment. She's the only one who has range. Well, apart from the enemy battleships, of course. If there's one good thing about the American Massachusetts class battleships, it's the range. But of course now Mudang decides that no, that heavy cruiser is the real threat. There we go. Everyone now has a target. Of course, Mudang being the only one in range. 41 kilometer, 39.9 kilometer. Well, you've got less range than Hefei. That's a 1655. Q powder 3, TNT 4. Heavy shells. 1655, tube powder 3, TNT 4. Super heavy shells. Okay, yeah, that's the difference. Meaning my battle cruisers actually hit a little bit harder than Hefei. It's nice to have a an actual straight-up battleship fight without a bunch of DDs with their annoying smoke launchers and stuff like that. My guns should be in range now. And of course, secondaries can target Montana when she gets closer. Mudang scores a big hit on Michigan. Hefei, not quite as an impressive a hit on Kentucky. That was one pretty impactful hit on Michigan. Half the ship flooded, all engines out. Mudang might want to switch to another target very soon because I don't think Michigan is going to last that much longer. There you go, flooding hit on Florida as well. There you go, engines out. No, engines fixed on Kentucky. But she blew up the bridge. Well, the conning tower, but... Seven-inch guns on Mudang firing away. Montana is gone. Wuxi, you're switching to Florida. Yes? Good job. Florida being the one, the most intact of the three battleships. Mudang not really being able to score any more of those big hits. She did one very early on. Scored 5 20-inch hits in total. Oh, 6 now. With Hefe scoring hits on Kentucky. Huge hits on Florida from one of the battle cruisers. Come on, Mudang, let me see you delete something. Let's try with AP. It's probably gonna overpen, but I was so sure Mudang would be the first one to completely knock out an enemy battleship here. But after her initial success, it's kind of fell off. And here comes the weather. Florida sinks. Notting and Wuxi takes down their first battleship. Granted, there are 2 of them, but they are combined. They're still cheaper than Mudang. There we go. I think Michigan is going down. Yes. Everyone now focus on Kentucky. $75, $23, $32, $60. One-shotting that light cruiser was pretty nice, though. That was pretty sweet. actually are out of HE already. Udang still has plenty left, owing to the fact that her guns fire a little bit slower than the 16s. Another couple of hits should seal the deal. Oh, she has no guns left. We could probably close in. But I don't think there's going to be time to, because I think that was the kill shot. Nice. Okay, let's see where that big American task force went to. Norway initiates a major offensive from province southern Norway against Sweden at province western Sweden. Are we taking back Jämtland? I think we are. The Soviet Union is successfully invading South Vietnam. That's a huge force. Let's see, there you are. 2 American battleships, a battlecruiser, lots of DDs. Always the DDs. Okay. I got some freshly repaired Sheehan class battleships here, so we're gonna take care of business. Oh, 1 French battlecruiser. %, but that is because the US has a battlecruiser here. Also, Guam. Oh, I cannot launch that invasion this turn, but maybe next. This force, Hefei Mudang and crew, oh, they get more battleships here. Oh, this is going to be a huge fight. I'll arrive in 1 turn. I just want to make sure they're not just added together with this force of slightly more outdated ships. Like so. Yeah, I think we have a proper fight on our hands here for the Sheehan class battleships. These 2 need to head here, because I'd completely forgotten about this this invasion. I don't want that to fail. Should have paid attention. There we go. And what about you then, Spain, with your 2 light cruisers? Seems like a job for 3 heavy cruisers. Granted, not the best heavy cruisers, but still. They're being repaired. Wenju is repaired. Let's have the 3 not great heavy cruisers led by a battlecruiser. That should help. And yeah, you're there to invade Guam. Probably a bigger force than I need to have there, but Anyway, Spain is sending a lot of single ships. Has Austria figured out that they have some pretty substantial naval resources just hanging around doing nothing? I mean, not that I'm much better. I keep forgetting my task forces all the time, but Spain is trying to invade Germany. Yeah, good luck. I don't think that will work out. Well, on to November. Seems I got my ships back into this invasion circle just in time. Here we go. Kavkaz attacking an undefended port, doing some damage, sinking 6 transports. No defense against enemy. What the heck? Didn't I just send some ships there to take care of this? Okay, I guess they those two forces have not linked up. So this is an Vermont class battleship. Oh, it's one of those. The ones with armor, but not as impressive guns. 3 Seattles. A whole lot of Vicksburgs. A bunch of these Swayze class DDs. With the single torpedoes. Okay. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna have a proper battle to finish off this episode. What's happening here now? You're just gonna join with the other 4 battleships. Like so. The 3 heavy cruisers will follow the battleships. The 2 light cruisers will do donuts here. Like so. Until I need them. Which I might. I got 2 squadrons of 3 DDs. So we're gonna do the opening torpedo salvo thing. Because the enemy has a pretty big task force, and I'm sure we're gonna get some torpedo hits out of this. Battleships are lining up nicely. Look at the light cruisers go. Drifting. You can reduce speed a little bit so you don't burn up all your fuel. Not that I think that's a problem. They got pretty good range. Let's see, how far out is the enemy task force? Here they are. Found them. Already gonna drop these down to cruising speed. My DDs are taking fire. We are closing in on their formation. There we go. First 3 DDs. I think I want you launching at... Well, let's just target the battleships. With 2 of them. Aggressive launch is on. These three, do they have torpedo range? Not quite yet. But they're gonna have soon. There we go. You target a battleship. You target a battleship. You will target the battle cruiser. Actually, you target the battleship. Battle cruiser, you target the battleship. Are your torpedoes all in the water? Almost. Yes. And you've been good little DDs, launching everything. Now, I need my my own battleships to switch targets a little bit here. Baltimore, Minneapolis, San Juan, Galveston. Let's deal with the escorts first. Torpedoes looking pretty good. We're gonna need to detach. Start keeping everyone back. Torpedoes landing. 18 so far. Two. Not bad. These guys are intact. They can launch again very soon, actually. Okay, let's pick out some new targets here. DDs are within secondary range. Zexu, Shusheng, Dinfang, and Xi'an, you can target New Orleans. Maybe start taking on the capital ships. And all the secondaries can go for the DD. We could lose a DD of our own, though. Not ideal, but for 22 torpedo hits, I'll take it. New secondary target. Bring these 3 DDs back in the fight. And is your smoke back online? Yes, it is. secondaries are just chewing up DDs, which is great. One of you have decided to target the DD with your main guns. That's not nice. Stick to the secondaries. Alright, can we even get close enough to launch torpedoes at the enemy capital ships this time? Not quite yet. Let's bring these in. Stump. Heavy cruisers. And target that DD. We've taken out quite a few DDs so far. I know they only have one torpedo each. And it's not even a very big torpedo, but still. Cruiser's doing a good job with the D'Amato. Okay, light cruisers, you get to play. Yeah, I need to clear away some of this chaff here so that my DDs can go for another run on the enemy capital ships. Okay, my battleships resorted to targeting the enemy DDs again. That's not what I want them to do. Like so. Yeah, let's get closer again so the 7-inch secondaries can start working. They are, after all, quite effective weapons. Sheen, do you not have range? Oh, you do. The chaff has cleared itself away from the enemy capital ships. We get a huge 16-inch hit on something. Manchester goes down. These two light cruisers will go and find the enemy light cruisers. Secondaries can target James C. Owens when in range. There was another enemy DD somewhere in between. There it is, probably. I think we can gun it down. There we go, that's a Cute little force. Seven-inch hits starting to land on the DDs again. Battleship main guns taking out the enemy heavy cruisers. My own heavy cruisers can deal with DDs. And with both enemy heavy cruisers now gone, I need my battleships to really start worrying about the enemy capital ships with their main guns, not DDs. I got two light cruisers here ready to pick apart some enemy light cruisers. There were a lot more DDs in between my own DDs and the enemy capital ships than I thought. Oh, what do we have here? You've taken engine damage. You are to detach. Launch your torpedoes at Nebraska whenever possible. And main guns, if you have the range. You're clear to launch. All right. Oh, did not see that. Busy with my DDs. Is this gonna be the come on, I paused it. The loss of the Yu Yang? I hope not. Let's have it smoke up. Big hits are landing on the enemy capital ships. Yeah, Yu Yang goes down. That's my fault. Nebraska also goes down. And we are landing more torpedo hits on the enemy capital ships. California. Ooh, yes, that was 2 torpedo hits on New Orleans. More on California and Nebraska as well. That is nice. Well, these DDs are making it home. Yu Yang is not making it home. Jin Yang. You can just keep sailing. Gong Li is also going to make it home, repairing her engines when in port, or just out of the battle. It's not persistent damage like pure hit point damage would be, so it's not really a big deal as long as she makes it out of the battle alive. And damage taken doesn't really matter. And I think that will be the end of New Orleans. That should be flooding. Yes. Yes. Okay, you're just gonna go invisible. New Haven, Cincinnati. Like so. Gonna speed up a little bit. Get closer to the enemy. Okay, those DDs are now visible. They're kind of close together, so I'm hoping I might be able to hit multiple in one go. Like that. So far for losses, we've lost one DD, one light cruiser. I don't think that's too bad, really. It was probably avoidable. Running very low on HE. Cruisers are pretty much out of HE, one of them is. With how few ships the US Navy has left, not really too worried about ammunition. Enemy light cruisers visible. Launch, or did your torpedo explode? Hard to say. New Haven gone. Cincinnati also gone. She's not realized yet, but there she goes. Just the DDs left. Down to cruising speed. And one more. Sicard. Gone. And that was it. Pretty nice victory. Yu Yang and Dalong Shan. Oh, that was an expensive DD too. That's not nice. So that was actually a bigger loss than the light cruiser, but for taking down all of this, yeah, I'm pretty happy. And with that, this video is over. We're gonna do this battle next time. It's Danyang against another Austrian light cruiser. She's done this a couple times before, so I think she can do it once more. Goodbye and take care.